What is going on, guys? And here we go. Ready? Smile for the camera. Are we on? There we go. Yes, yes. So this is how our
Can we angle it down a bit?
What?
I gotta get my pecs in there.
Get my 8-pack. I'm shredded, solid muscle. Yeah. Okay. Hey, it's podcast time, and this is the random podcast. So me and Jeff are just chilling, drinking Spock beer. Apparently, I'm not even a Star Trek fan, honestly.
I think this is from the third movie.
Not even a Star Trek. As you can see, we have one mic, so it's not like we're using two mics. So if you guys have problems with like the volume, whatever, screw you guys in. But I'm sorry. Anyway, yeah. So there's till Vulcans, and podcast.
Live long and prosper.
Maybe.
That's what Genesis. Yeah.
So yeah, that's what I say. That's what Genesis tastes like.
Yeah, I think that's the third movie, because the second movie, Wrath of Khan, is when they launched. You don't watch Star Trek? Never mind.
I know what Star Trek's all about. Like, I know Wrath of Khan, of course. I know.
Have you ever seen Wrath of Khan?
I've never seen Wrath of Khan.
That's a dope movie.
Star Trek always seems kind of like boring to me. I'm sorry. It's kind of boring.
Well, like the thing is with the movies, I like the TV show, the original series, but like the movies, you've got to it's always the even numbered ones that are good. You know, like the first one's awful, second one's dope, third one's awful, fourth one's dope, and then the sixth one's dope. But now it's kind of the opposite with the new ones. So it's the first one's dope. The second one was really kind of underwhelming.
The first one, or the second one, when I first saw it, I was like, Into Darkness. When I watched it, I was like, it was okay, I guess. I was really tired that night when I watched it, though. It was like a midnight showing. So when I saw it the second time, I think I liked it a little bit more because Khan and Cumberbatch. But I got to agree, like the first one, the reboots, the first movie was more fun and energetic.
And you know why that is? They kind of strayed from the method because they strayed from the formula because it was J.J. Abrams, and he always wanted to do Star Wars. And so when he got the chance to do Star Trek, he's like, well, this is the best I'm ever going to get to, closest I'm ever going to get to Star Wars. So I'm going to Star Wars the shit out of this thing. And he made it exciting. And
it's so funny he got Force Awakens.
Yeah, I know.
Well, he turned down the Force Awakens. Did you know that?
No.
He turned down the Force Awakens, and then they offered, of course, Kathleen Kennedy, Disney offered the movie to somebody else, other people, and then J.J. Abrams changed his mind. He's like, oh, you know what, just give me it, because if I give it to anybody else, they're not going to do what I kind of want to see. So that's how he turned it down first, and then he took it.
I remember one of the names floating around was Christopher Nolan, and
Christopher Nolan has like Star Wars though.
Yeah, I don't think it would have worked out. So maybe that's one of the things. He's like, well, if Nolan does this, like Nolan's amazing.
Yeah, Nolan
way too convoluted.
Nolan's amazing, but it's not. I mean, he did Interstellar, and even the tone and the way Interstellar is nowhere near what you could expect from Star Wars.
He's more like a Stanley Kubrick, and you need like a Spielberg to do.
Spielberg would be perfect for Star Wars.
Never in a million years though.
It's never gonna. If it didn't happen before, it's not gonna happen now. I would love. Steven Spielberg's my favorite director.
You know, do a dope Star Wars. Quentin Tarantino.
I don't know, man. I think he'd do a dope idea that they're trying to do is to make Jedi spinoff Star Wars movie.
Well, that's the new thing now with the Marvel movies and with all this shit. You got to have a universe, so you got to have the main movies, and then you got to have the ones that go around it and everything. So they're just going to be branching off.
And technically, some of these, Rogue One for Star Wars, is a prequel.
Yeah,
but it looks dope though. It looks amazing.
It's a prequel to. Well, shit, yeah, it's a prequel to the fourth, so it is.
It's a prequel.
Yeah,
it's technically a prequel. It's just.
But it looks amazing. It looks better than Force Awakens, in my opinion. Because it's
cheers to that, man. I said that. I said that how many times? Like the story, you know what the story's about. That there's no going into the story, okay, it's about getting the Death Star plans, it's not. But visually, oh my God, just looking at all the visuals and stuff, it just looks great.
Well, to me, what it's like is you've got something like The Force Awakens. That's their what would you say? That's their pony, you know, that's the biggest thing. That's everything's riding on that. Yeah,
that's
so there are going to be way too many chiefs on that project. So you got so many people, you know, everything has to be ran by 15,000 people. And so it's just going to be, it's a lot more produced, you know,
studio, it's more studio handled.
It's like, exactly. It's like the Black Album from Metallica next to Ride the Lightning from Metallica. So it's like, it's going to be more produced.
Yeah,
it's going to be,
actually.
But like Rogue One, that seems like a lot less people and a unique story that they're like, we're just going to tell an awesome story. And we're not going to have to try to sell toys and everything. And they're going to be toys.
And that's the best thing. I mean, The Force Awakens was great for what it was. But if you think about it, it was a product. Where Rogue One
looks like a film.
I don't see
that's going to be the Suicide Squad, whereas
Force Awakens
was Batman v Superman.
Yeah. I mean, shit, like Rogue One, I'm looking at that trailer, I'm like, I guess you can make toys out of the Shadow Troopers, but other than that, then those are mean looking motherfuckers. Like, seriously, those are dumb
seals.
Oh my god!
SEAL Team 6.
Yeah,
that looks dope.
I've told everybody, like, I'm sorry, but listen. As much as excited I was for another chapter in the saga of Star Wars with, you know, Episode 7 and wanted to know what happened to the original characters, Rogue One just seems to get me more excited because, my God, like,
it's just a story.
It's a heist film. It's like it has that war grittiness to it.
Well, that's what Marvel and Disney are doing so well, and I imagine Disney's going to do well with Star Wars. And what Marvel's already doing so well is that each Marvel movie has a different feel, whereas the DC universe, it's like, oh, we're taking this serious. Everything's serious. And it's like, that gets fucking old real quick. Like, but like if you watch, you know, you got like your badass space movie with Guardians of the Galaxy, you've got, you know, a heist movie with Ant-Man, all of these different things. And it's just like, you can do that with these different characters and they have their own film style. And so that's, you know, but.
And you know what, Rogue One, I don't see it being completely dark. It's dark where it should be, but I feel like there is still going to be some little bit lighthearted, joking moments in the film, which is great. You still need that.
But you could still have an overall darkness to it and still be a cool movie.
Because
you can have those dark movies, then you can have the more upbeat Star Wars movies. I mean, you could even do a rated R, fucking
Wolverine.
No, rated R Star Wars movie. Like,
that's when Tarantino gets hold of that shit. That's when Tarantino
Solo make Ben Solo.
Oh, they casted the young Han Solo too.
Did they?
Yeah.
Is it Chris Pratt?
No, it's like somebody I've never even heard of. And he doesn't really.
Well, that's good because I'm getting so sick. I was talking to someone at work about it today. I'm getting so sick of hearing about look at. What was I watching? Michael Fassbender now is playing
Assassin's Creed,
and he's already.
You don't think that's a good move though?
I never played the video games. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that he's already fucking Magneto, and then he's gonna go take another huge role in a franchise. And it's like all of these franchises they're handing off to people that are just, you know, double dipping and all these things. And it's like that's cool and all that these guys got range, but it's like, why are there so many? You know what I mean? It's like there's so many more actors out there, and yet they're like trying to get each guy to play a role in each universe that they set up. You know?
I get what you're saying.
Like Idris Elba's in the Marvel universe, and now he's going to be in Star Trek. You know, and then they're like, he might be in the DC universe too.
Is he the painted looking motherfucker in the trailer? Star Trek, the new one.
I haven't even seen the new trailer.
I feel really. I think he's dressed.
Sorry, Spock.
I know we're talking. Hey, at least we started off good. We're talking Star Trek a little bit.
I know the old ones a little bit.
I mean, Idris Elba, like, I think he was. I thought he was going to be. Because what's Star Trek's main nemesis?
I was about to say Targaryen, but that's fucking Game of Thrones. What the fuck are they? The guys with the asses on their head.
Yeah,
you're talking about. They didn't have that in the original series. That was new.
Oh, we got a special guest here, Josie. Didn't even text me, little fucker. We got Josie Morales here, who's probably gonna want to talk. The guy knows how to talk. Just come in.
No, what were they called?
That's pretty good. All right. Hold the fort, Jeff. You're on live, by the way. Jeff's live.
I'm just gonna fix my hair.
Jeff's live. Jeff's live. Oh shit, there he is. Never mind.
How's it going, man?
This is Josie. We're live, Josie.
What's up, guys?
Get a chair, pump chair. We're talking Star Trek. Maybe you could help us on. What do you watch Star Trek?
I've seen a couple of them, but not enough to know a lot about it.
Do you know the main nemesis of Star Trek?
No. The race of people that have the butt foreheads.
Yeah, with the ass face.
Yes, please.
And bring it in close because
Klingons. That's what they are.
Klingons. There we go. Now I thought Idris Elba was gonna be a Klingon. Bring it in close, man. Bring it in close. Love the Jurassic.
Oh, thank you. That's my only jacket I had to wear over here. It's cold outside.
Your breath smells so minty too.
Oh yeah, bubblegum.
Yeah. Wow.
So
let's just drink. Let's get. Do you want a beer?
I'm good. I gotta go.
Okay.
It tastes weird.
But yeah, we're talking about like basically the Klingons, and I thought Idris Elba was gonna be a Klingon, but I don't think he is.
Yeah, I don't know. I think that guy's way too gorgeous to make him a Klingon.
I think he's amazing.
He is amazing. He's my man crush. He really is.
Have you guys seen Zootopia?
Yes, he was the chief.
He's the police officer.
Chief.
He voices the police, but he's
awesome. He's also in
the
Jungle Book. But that's
he was better in the Jungle Book, though.
But there's so many of these actors that it's like, how many actors are there, and yet the same people are in every fucking movie. You know, like it's getting too extreme. Like I really think like
it's a name.
I know, but like I think these studios, like I think what DC could do that would be dope is they could start casting people.
No-namers?
Yeah, no-namers. Like hold open auditions like they did with Harry Potter.
Oh, you know what? Perfect. We've all seen Batman v Superman. And you know, Batman v Superman did cast Cyborg as a no-namer. Ray Fisher, I'd never heard of this guy before. Jason Momoa is a guy who people know from Game of Thrones and stuff, and even Conan. But like, he's kind of an up-and-comer, so they casted him. And who else do they have? Oh, The Flash. I have Ezra Miller. I didn't even heard of him.
You remember that name?
I think
he's a Mexican-looking motherfucker.
Yeah, I thought The Flash is white on TV.
But that's also DC's fucking up there, not tying it in with the TV. You know, like,
they are.
Why not just fucking put the same guy in the movie? You know, why not?
They are.
It would have brought a lot of the TV fans to go watch it,
Exactly.
especially knowing that was going to happen.
And the TV, I mean, I've never watched the show, but I've heard so many people love it. You know, and it's like really. Like,
do you watch it?
Which in The Flash? I've seen a couple episodes.
I know Tanoko loves The Flash. And a lot of people, there's that one also.
Arrow.
There's Arrow, and then there's Heroes of Tomorrow.
Yeah, no, Legends of Tomorrow.
Legends of Tomorrow. Yeah.
You're right.
Sorry, nerds.
All the time traveling.
What do you think about Batman v Superman? Oh, I know what you thought about Batman. Tell the viewers what you thought of Batman v Superman.
I thought it could have been better. Like reading some of the critics, how everyone's saying, "Oh, the second movie and they're grossing a lot of money," which is true, but
hasn't even made. It's not going to make $1 billion.
No,
it's not. Gonna
but the way I see it, where everyone's comparing Marvel and DC, this is why I see DC and Marvel. Marvel started in 2008. When did Man of Steel come out?
Well,
2013.
And before that, it was the Dark Knight trilogy.
Well, not so much the Dark Knight trilogy.
But that doesn't tie in.
But now since these two movies are tying in,
yeah.
So okay, you guys saw what Marvel is doing, how wild it's being done. You make Man of Steel, decent movie.
I liked it.
Okay. Then now.
No, I'm just kidding. I liked it.
How dare you, Jeffrey?
But then when I watch it over, it's not really that watchable for me. But I'm sorry.
No, I agree.
No, but then you have the Batman vs Superman movie, which made a lot of money. But the reason why it made a lot of money because everybody went to see it. Batman and Superman were gonna hash it out like the whole movie. They only did at the end, so it was like a disappointment I think for fans a little bit. But it could have been better because they could have made it better than the Marvel movies. Like, okay, they saw what Marvel did. I would be like, okay, this is what we're gonna do, guys, to blow everybody's mind to make DC the new Marvel. Go see.
I agree with quite a bit of that, but I think I disagree with the hashing, like the fight between Batman and Superman. Everyone knew they're going to be friends at the end, so no one's really waiting for that fight. That was pushed. I think that they accomplished a lot, and I think their Batman kicks ass. Like they made him into the fucking James Bond of superheroes.
Ben Affleck is dope as Batman.
Like they did some really cool shit with Batman.
Even though he's not Batman.
Their Superman is weak. You know, their
Yeah.
Superman is just, it's not Superman. Superman's a Boy Scout. Superman's the goody two-shoes that Batman is like, you know, Batman and Superman are best friends, but like Batman still kind of treats Superman with like, you know, he looks down on him a little bit.
Well, have you seen Captain America's Winter Soldier and the first Captain America movie?
Mm-hmm.
What's crazy, what me and Super Nerd 81 were talking about, James, is that like, okay, so Superman, right? Superman is iconic. He's supposed to, like, people love him. The way they translate him onto the big screen, not so much. How crazy is that the Captain America that we get is so much superior than Superman?
Yeah.
Like, you like this guy way more, especially the movies.
You feel like, as like the inner child in you, when you watch Captain America, you're like, I feel safe around that guy.
Yeah.
Because Superman, you're like,
they're both laser tag me right now.
No, that guy just crashed through a building with me, and then he just
he got Lois in trouble. Oh,
I know, he's going to save Lois.
You could have taken me with you.
You're in a scenario where like water is like just almost to your head. You're like, you're gonna drown, and Superman's like, oh, barely gonna get ready to rescue you. Yeah, Lois Lane gets in trouble. Like, listen, I'll be back. You know I'll be back.
Can you hold your breath for 30 seconds?
Yeah.
All right. He drops it.
The motherfucker ain't back. And then he even establishes like he's not even for America.
You know,
he's pretty much for everybody.
But they changed that in the comic books too, because it used to be truth, justice, and the American way, and now
boom, America, baby.
What else was it? What was the other? Truth, justice.
I thought you were gonna say it's a bird, it's a plane. Nah, it's
you know how
illegal immigrant.
It's
that illegal immigrant.
You know how DC can make money? They should have Donald Trump have a cameo in the next DC movie.
I'm just
I'm trying to see what the alcohol percentage is, and this is definitely not as strong as the last one we had.
I know, dude.
11.2.
And then I was having the Coke and rum, man. I was fucking bastard.
I told my friend Johnny, like, dude, yeah, Jeffrey brought the 11.2 alcohol percentage. Like, what was it called? And I forgot whether somebody told him the name, and he's like, holy shit, man. Yeah, dude, I had one of those, and that thing kind of hit me, too. I was like, yeah.
You saw how bad it hit me when we were doing the Batman episode that's going to be in the Lost Archives.
Oh, yeah, we got to do another. We got to do another Batman. Yeah, we did a whole Batman episode.
Well, like, you know, one thing that I've kind of been thinking about today, and I told you a little bit about, is, you know, we're talking about all these universes being started, and even Star Wars is starting their universe where they're going to start doing spin-off movies.
Yeah.
Jesus
needs a universe.
Cinematic universe.
Jesus needs cinematic.
I'm not even joking. Like, they've made the old films, but they've never tied into them. So, like, we've got to go, get Kevin Feige. What's his name? Feige.
Yeah.
Get him to go, like, you know, hey, Disney, you should buy the rights to the Old Testament and the New Testament.
That's the thing. That property, you don't need rights.
I know. Like, I was thinking about that
fairy
too.
tales. Fairy tale stories, they don't have rights.
Really?
Everybody can grab it.
You just gotta have. You can't have the same as like.
Well, like they tried to do the gods of Egypt, and that shit was weak. But
dude,
like,
I went in there too. I seen it, but like just keep going back in there and watching. Like
I mean,
the idea was great. The idea was great. The idea behind how they wanted to do it, but just didn't execute it right.
Yeah, I love the gods and like, you know, them having kind of like forming their kind of type of powers and all that stuff. But like the CGI was shit.
You know, it was. Everything looked green screen. Everything that I looked at when I walk in there, but it
felt like an old computer game.
But imagine like you do Old Testament, and then New Testament Jesus. And
which
then,
one
like,
has the ark?
And then
the ark's the Old Testament.
But you're watching
the ark. He builds an ark. Who's that?
Oh, that's Noah.
That's Noah. Okay,
that's well, like you can have all of them, and then they, you know.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, bring Russell Crowe's Noah into Christian Bale's Moses. Who told you this, Moses?
But like, but then you can have the after credit scenes, and then like, you know, Jesus is put into the thing with the
cross.
After he's taken off the cross, they put him in the tomb, and then they cover it with a rock for some fucking reason.
Resurrects.
And then like he's in the tomb, and then he's like, he wakes up, and then there's just like. Fucking, I don't know, some guy goes,
ready for the edition?
He's like, no, he goes, he's like, I'm not in your book, but you're in mine. And he's like, who is that? He's like, the name's Muhammad. And then all the Muslim people are like, oh my God.
Oh my God.
Like a time traveling type thing.
Yeah.
We're very serious about this, audience.
But seriously though, like if you did like the the Old and New Testament universe, and then you had the Quran universe, and then like you tie those in together, like that would bring peace in the Middle East.
Dude, you're bringing so much. Watch that movie comes out, everybody's gonna hate. Everyone's gonna go Mel Gibson on it, dude.
No, but I mean, imagine if
Mel Gibson as director.
If you
Want
had
it?
the Quran cinematic universe, like that would bring peace to the world, because then all these radical Islam people, they wouldn't be bitching about they wouldn't be chopping motherfuckers' heads off. They'd be like, instead of going and starting ISIS, they'd be like starting podcasts and
shit.
Instead of chopping instead of chopping heads off, they'd be like, I thought Michael Fassbender was a curious choice for Muhammad.
But it makes all the sense in the world now.
They're just sitting there doing podcasts like, we're very upset with I mean, imagine that. I mean, they're ISIS. I mean, they I know they hate Westerners, but you have to imagine that they've gone and seen like fucking Civil War, right?
If they show that they're Marvel fans.
They're like, of course they've seen Civil War.
Of course, yeah. What the fuck is that even a question?
Team Cap.
I don't know.
I hate America, but Team Cap.
Yeah, like, oh man, the Scarlet Witch over there is looking pretty good. Again, that's a good question though too. Is like, is these movies kind of whitewashed though? Because you brought
they're super whitewashed.
Because you had Christian Bale as Moses, and you had that Joel Edgerton as an Egyptian. You had Russell Crowe as fucking Noah, and you had, I think there's another movie.
Any Jesus Bible movie. I'm sorry if anyone's religious, by the way.
Yeah.
But I'm just gonna rip this shit apart.
Okay.
No, I'm just kidding. Are you? I apologize if
you're making fun of my Jesus.
No, but I mean, seriously, anyone. They're all white. And it's like, you really think Jesus was white? He was from the Middle East? No, he wasn't white. You can't fucking...
I think he was Mexican. That dude had
the first Mexican.
He was rocking the sandals. I think Mexicans don't get their due until they find out Jesus was Mexican. No, he's a carpenter. So automatically you think...
He hands you the wine, and he's like, Jesus, this wine doesn't taste right. And he's like, he does the blood symbol.
Oh, shit. Gangsta it out. But, Hollywood's so whitewashed nowadays.
Yeah.
I mean...
Well, every time I walk into the Gods of Egypt, it's like there's a white person on the screen. And
they're trying to they are trying to change it now with the new Space Jam movie they're making.
Is LeBron James... He's on board on that,
on board.
Have you seen Space Jam?
What?
You seen Space Jam?
Yeah, I've seen the original.
There we go.
Yeah, the new one has like LeBron James in it. It's gonna be like a remake. I personally
wait a minute. The first one had Michael Jordan. What do you mean it's whitewashed?
No, I think they're trying.
Well, I'm about to say, yeah.
No. I'm saying like they're a black guy in a movie coming up soon.
But
he's got a Creed poster right there. They're black people in movies, but I'm just saying,
and technically, Sylvester Stallone is Italian.
Technically, I don't even know if he's human anymore. But no, but it's not about like, how many black people or Persian people are in movies. Well, it's like, it's about the fact that they're taking a character that's obviously supposed to be Persian or Arab, and then they make it a white,
like Jake Gyllenhaal from that one game movie. Remember the game one? Prince of Persia.
Yeah, I'm trying to think about it.
Prince of Persia, and he's Persian in the movie apparently.
Well, I know there's a big backlash because of Ghost in the Shell, and they're casting Scarlett Johansson.
Boom. But I always say that there's a way around that, because in Ghost in the Shell, it's the soul taken out of the original body and placed into a robotic body. So let's say her name is Makoto in the Ghost in the Shell in the movie too. Makoto, the Major. There is a way around that. You could say that she willingly chose to be in this body, but originally she was in Japanese descent. So there's a way.
That's the way they're going now with the Doctor Strange movie about.
Because he's supposed to be half Hispanic, isn't he?
No, he's Chinese, whatever.
Tony's supposed to be half Hispanic.
No, they're talking about the ancient one. The ancient one's Chinese, but they're saying that the ancient one is a name title, not so much on race, like how the Sorcerer Supreme.
That's their excuse to whitewash character.
But the thing itself, the Sorcerer Supreme's like the eye Doctor Strange has. That's his title.
Okay.
In the comics, he loses it, and Brother Voodoo, it's another sorcerer, takes over, it becomes the Sorcerer Supreme.
But come on,
Black.
they could have easily got an Asian.
Asian guy actor.
Yeah, and like, there's good ones out there.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, like Doctor Strange. Let's go to Doctor Strange real quick. What do you feel about Doctor Strange?
I think it looks dope, but can I apologize? Can you move out of the way for 1 second?
Oh, the
so I
one's
can
you guys want to see it?
Look,
I hope they can see it.
does that look practical to fight in? Like do anything?
There we go.
No, she looks like she could. She's very
Agile?
mobile, agile. More agile than the Black Panther. I'm just saying.
I don't know. Like conveniently, her titties are hanging out.
She kind of looks like an '80s rock star.
Yeah, she does. But
I did recently see Purple Rain too. At the movie
I
theater.
saw you post that.
That was super dated, but Morris Day was dope as fuck. That guy was hilarious. Okay, you can go back.
Yeah, you can go back. Sorry, man.
Come on, show
like
the
your
face.
sweater, by the way.
No, the sweater is amazing.
Put the microphone in front of it. It's supposed to be a two-man.
I got to get his voice in here.
I think you can hear it.
All right, so Jurassic Park. Like, are we looking forward to the next Jurassic Park movie?
Yeah.
I fucking love that. A lot of people hated that Jurassic World.
Oh, really?
No, it's good.
I loved it.
I don't think so.
I mean, yeah, it has problems. It has your, if
Every
you
movie
nitpick at
has
it,
problems.
Yeah.
Nobody can make a perfect movie while someone criticizing it.
but that T-Rex in Indominus Rex fight was dope.
It was like, but it was so
CGI.
fucking. It was so. I don't know what it was. Just like.
It was cheesy.
No, not cheesy. It was like I loved it, but it was like they're just like we know what you want, motherfuckers. Eat up.
I was
Like,
eating my popcorn and enjoying the shit out of
They're
it.
like exactly like that was the director was just like eat up, motherfucker. I know you love it.
I loved it.
I do. It was.
I loved it, especially when the little raptor comes. Like, dude, I was laughing my ass off, but I had a big ass smile. I was like, I don't give a shit. This is awesome. What scares me though with Jurassic Park, just thinking about like, so if dinosaurs were real, I'd be scared as fuck going in the ocean.
You mean if they still existed?
Yeah,
not if they were real, because they were real.
They were real.
I'm wearing a freaking natural history t-shirt.
That means nothing.
I want to be a paleontologist because of Jurassic Park and Jurassic World
Alan
just
Grant?
made me want to make sure they never come back to life.
Oh my god. Yeah, but just imagine like that shit. Like if they were still here and you're in the ocean, you got Megalodon, scary as fuck, and you got
a dinosaur.
Isn't that not a dinosaur?
It's a fish, shark.
Yeah, but then you also have the platypus or whatever. What we saw kind of like in Jurassic World.
No, that's
like the Loch Ness.
No,
but
they have
it's similar.
I forgot what it's called. Whatever, yeah, I know which one you're talking about.
Yeah, so you
I
guys
used to have all the toys, man. I used to have like a toy chest full of fucking dinosaurs.
We know what you mean, Daniel. We know what Daniel's
exactly.
talking about.
You guys want to shit your pants? And you guys are like your boat's this. The fucking Megalodon.
This beer's empty.
Is this.
Come on. Just kidding.
There's beer in the fridge,
Can I
Jeff.
go grab one?
Go ahead.
Okay. 2. I'm stopping after 2.
We're gonna talk Civil War real quick.
Okay. Don't talk about it.
Okay, guys. Spider-Man was awesome in that movie. Yeah, it was. So what's up, Josie? So this is another partner in crime, Josie. So listen, man. I mean, we can't talk Civil War yet.
It's all good.
Just tell the people like overall what you think about Civil War.
Like how I would rate the movie?
Yeah, a rating. Because I saw your post on Facebook, but they have two posts.
Oh, I would probably give it a. Honestly, it's the best one to date. Every movie, there's some couple of things I could nitpick. Everyone nitpicks at the movie, but it overall though is I think so far it's probably the best one Marvel's made. And it's probably about out of 9 for my standard because maybe I say it's a 9 because everyone said, "Oh, it should have done this, should have done this." Well, they took the idea of the Civil War.
But they should bring us one, Jeff.
Do you want another? I'm sorry.
So,
do you want one? You
want a soda or anything? Oh, okay. Yeah, he's drinking. Yeah, that's tradition of podcast. Don't drink it yet, though. Yeah.
Why are you open? Like, what are you guys?
No, don't drink it yet, though. Tradition, we have to always pop open a beer we haven't had before in every podcast. But we're definitely gonna watch it again.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I'm probably gonna go see it again too soon. But I liked it. I liked it a lot.
Was it packed house?
Yeah, full house when I went.
RPX?
Yeah, RPX, not 3D though. Because sometimes when I watch 3D, it takes away from the movie. It takes you away.
I hate 3D.
It pops out, and I'm just like,
3D.
I hate 3D movies.
There are 2 different ones: Castaway and Indian Pale Ale. Those aren't my cup of tea.
Here, I'll take the other one because I had Castaway the other.
Oh man, that's.
Let me see the Heisenberg. That's my phone. See the Heisenberg.
And you know, dang, you know, I work at 7-Eleven and I quit.
There we
You
go.
know,
There we
anytime
go.
of
Yeah.
Indian-
Just like how I had to go to fucking Michael's the other day and give my Johnny a discount. He got the Stormtrooper outfit.
Which one?
Captain Rex. I mean, Clone Trooper. Dude, it's fucking dope, man. So our tradition is to crack open a beer every podcast we're in. But since Josie just came and he's new, you know,
drink another one.
we have to drink
We
another
gotta
one.
catch up.
Yeah. All right. So to Star Trek?
No, fuck that. To the Bible cinematic universe.
And dinosaurs.
And dinosaurs, fuck yeah.
Oh, this one's colder, and actually, this one tastes better.
Yeah, it does.
But like,
Mine tastes funny with the bubblegum mint and the beer. I'm
is
gonna
it,
make a mint. I'm gonna make a mint like beer.
is it good or no?
Yeah, actually, it's pretty good.
Did you watch The Jungle Book?
Yes, I did.
I fucking love The Jungle Book. Like, that's probably one of my best.
What
Movies of this year.
sold me in the Jungle Book was the very beginning because it was the same
Bare
music.
necessity,
It was the same music from the cartoon. How it started off.
Don't spoil anything for me, man.
You haven't seen it? I thought you had.
I've been busy, man.
That wasn't a
Oh my
spoiler.
God.
It says the Jungle Book, and it plays the music from the cartoon, but it was more of an updated version of it. But I was like, oh hell yeah! Sat right back in my chair, and I was like, let's do this. And I watched it.
Did you watch the old one, the old cartoon?
I haven't seen
Supposedly supposed to be racist. Well, Disney. Let's talk Disney, dude. Do you know that those conspiracy theories on Disney and shit? Like, of course, there's hidden meanings and moments, like sexual shit in Disney movies. Like, those fucking guys.
I saw the golden wiener on my Little Mermaid.
You want to know? Actually, my dad used to be a sign painter, like painting like the.
I mean,
calligraphy and all that stuff.
those cool guys. Those cool guys.
No,
Disney.
no, so my dad used to be a sign painter, and he'd done a lot of things. He actually did the balloons for every event at the 1984 Olympics.
Oh shit!
And so he did all the things that say like whatever sport. Anyways, he worked with a guy who worked for Disney, and my dad told me he was a huge pervert. And the guy would love to say like, "What's your girlfriend's name?" And my dad would go Barbara, and he'd go, "Okay," and you do like a beautiful calligraphy style, write her name, and he goes, "There are 5 penises hidden in this. Find them." Like so he was one of these guys that would work on Disney films and hide penises. Like my dad worked for one of those guys.
Dude, your dad's probably like tripping the fucking like no more
Like,
Disney movies.
No, my son's just being exposed to so many penises right now.
Well, in The Little Mermaid, they had to take the cases, the cover out.
Yeah.
Because there's a penis.
How many years? It took like 2 decades for them to finally
Dude,
catch
it took
on.
me a while to realize like the priest had a boner in that movie.
They're still finding them in Lion King and says sex and all that stuff.
Well, that makes sense though. Those lions, they like to get it on, man. Little fuckers.
I don't know where you're going with that.
Oh,
I never look at cats the same way.
It's funny when you say the Olympics. Now all I can think of is Eddie the Eagle.
That was a dope movie.
Did you watch it?
Yeah,
it was great.
I was at work and
God damn it, both you gotta get on the same level here. I really liked Eddie the Eagle. Eddie the Eagle is basically about this guy who wants to be. All he wants to do is go to the Olympics.
Yeah.
At first, he starts off in one thing, and then he ends up in think he's best, or he gets go on Olympics.
I did like it a lot, but it was very cookie cutter.
Mm.
You know, it was very inspirational cookie cutter.
I was
fucking
inspired.
movie.
I was like, oh damn, maybe I should do podcast Olympics.
Dude.
We might be able to get in.
Dude, when I saw the Ice Princess or that one ice skating movie, I was like, dude, I want to ice skate.
The Ice Princess.
No,
come on.
Like that chick, I was like, it was the most ridiculous movie ever. This girl never skates before in a whole entire like Disney Channel movie.
Oh yeah,
Okay?
Yeah.
Girl never ever skates before in life. And the girl's skating, and the girl's like, you know what? She's smart in math, if the calculations and physics and all this, and she becomes a fucking skater and wins the championship at the end.
Yeah, but come on.
It's always like about calculations and everything. Like they always make those stupid fucking movies.
Come on, Josie. You know you wanted to be a bobsledder back in the day.
Oh hell yeah!
Jamaican bobsledder. They referenced it. It was so when I heard that, I was like, yes, like that's why Eddie the Eagle wasn't even nowhere because everybody was talking about Jamaican.
But when it was happening, they were all talking about Eddie the Eagle, the real story.
Yeah.
But then the movie came out, Cool Runnings, and then that was the big story of that year. So it took a couple of years for Eddie the Eagle to get his story. But no, it is dope. Both of those stories are dope. I love the underdog stories. You know, there's gonna be a movie about I don't know if any of you guys like soccer.
Creed. Oh, I'm sorry. Creed's an underdog story.
Fake.
Is it really? Somebody out there is just like this guy who had a father named Creed and died in the ring.
Black?
Yeah. He travels through time and becomes the Human Torch.
Shit, that's right. He was the Human Torch. Fantastic Four.
No, I never saw it.
I never saw it. I'm not going to watch it.
The new one?
Yeah, I liked when I was actually listening to Kevin Smith's podcast. I think it was Batman on Batman. Yeah. And they were talking to him, and they did a 4-part episode. And then the third one was right before the movie came out, and the guy never did the 4th part because he was like, because of all the reviews and everything. Yeah. But it sucks. Like the way he was describing his take on it, it sounded really dope. But then I guess the movie came out, but I guess Fox Studios fucked with it. And then he actually made the mistake of saying like, listen, Fox fucked with my movie, and now he's like never gonna work again in Hollywood.
That's usually what it is. The studio fucks over you.
Fox fucks over a lot of movies.
Well, I don't know. The X-Men movies are looking pretty damn good.
Yeah. You know they're trying to share the rights with Marvel now. I think they want to put the
I would love the Avengers versus X-Men.
But Deadpool, the final scene takes place on the
the Hellcarrier.
Yeah.
Oh man, I was watching Civil War, and I was like, just imagine just Deadpool in this shit, like him with Captain. This is like it would just be ridiculous but funny. But I can see them doing it. Marvel, if anybody, Marvel could do it.
Oh yeah. But they Sony lends them
Spider-Man. Yeah, but Marvel has Marvel has a majority of the creativity of Spider-Man.
But that's the brilliant part of Sony because they're like, we've been fucking this up. Let Marvel make it happen, and then we just fucking bring it in. Yeah.
Well, it's fine with me. That's fine because Marvel already has so much money, and then they
don't need the fucking money.
Yeah, it's Disney.
They want to make these stories work well, and like just by them tying Spider-Man into it, they can make every story. They can make stories without Spider-Man in them fucking bigger. No,
just because Spider-Man's in it, because they're making gross off the movie too.
Yeah. Does Sony make any money off of
it? They do make a little portion of it. They make portion of it, but I think it depends on how much Spider-Man's in the movie. And
they're like every time Spider-Man's on screen, they start that watch. That goes,
well, that 6 cents now, 60,000.
So I read on a Yahoo article, and I was telling James this too. Like, don't quote me on this, but what I saw and what I kind of read was that because Civil War went international first, and then it came here. Mm-hmm. It's made $3 billion.
Wow.
Just think about that. $3 billion. And Batman v Superman, 2 of the iconic people or superheroes ever, not even make $1 billion.
It just shows how much people like these movies because
you're
attached to these heroes. Mm-hmm. Where Batman v Superman's like, feel bad for Batman. Feel bad for Batman. Well,
feel bad for Superman.
If it was Christian Bale, I probably would have felt bad for him because I've seen him in 3 other Batman movies. But it wasn't. I think they need somebody in the DC to just really have the keys to that whole thing. I mean, Christopher Nolan, I thought he was going to take over, but Christopher Nolan's too independent.
He did something with Man of Steel. Like
he was a producer.
Yeah.
There was little things here and there that definitely felt like Christopher Nolan. But after that, it was nowhere.
Fuck it. Like they fucked up from the get-go, having it too serious, and then Zack Snyder just I loved the look of Watchmen, but everything else Zack Snyder I dislike everything.
Silk Spectre was hot as fuck, but she cannot act.
Silk Spectre. Is that the girl in
Watchmen? that was the one that boned.
Yeah, I never watched the whole movie all the way.
You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, you're like, just you don't want you leave the room for this. Leave the room for this. I'm like, why? Okay.
I'm gonna go look at this. I'm gonna go look at that scene again. They bang hard. But did you guys? So talking about like studios getting like involved in shit. Like, did you guys know that Superman? There was supposed to be a Superman movie directed by Tim Burton, and Nicolas Cage was supposed to be Superman.
That was Kevin Smith's movie. Kevin Smith was going to do that.
He was going to write it,
and then he was going to direct it. He wrote a script, and I think he was going to direct it. And then what happened was he sent in the script, and they kind of fucked with it. And then they're like, "Oh!" And there was a whole story he told online. And
actually, John Schnepp has a documentary on it. I recently watched it. And
they came out. They did the documentary.
Yeah, Superman, Death of Superman, or some what happened or whatever. And I met John Schnepp at Comic-Con last year. He's an awesome guy, man. Yeah. But they did. So I saw his documentary, and it's crazy because yes, because Kevin Smith does this whole story. He's so elaborate with it. He's so hilarious when he does it. But he did do the script, and yes, he was at one point supposed to direct it and his script. But they said no, we're gonna get Tim Burton because he's hot off the Batman movies. So they got Tim Burton to direct it.
Then Tim Burton wanted to write a whole new script.
Fucked him over. Yeah. Said, dude, I don't even want Kevin Smith. That's why Kevin Smith and Tim Burton have beef. Yeah. But it was the Superman script was about Superman. Nicolas Cage was going to be in it. It was going to be about Superman dying. Doomsday was going to be in it. I think Brainiac was going to be in it. So it was like they have a lot of concept art, and they already had the suit. They already got done.
They
with
got
the suit.
pictures with him in it.
Yeah, but I don't think his hair. Well, I think his hair was going to be a little bit long, but like he wasn't done. He wasn't done pretty much.
He also needed to bulk up. He had a skinny fucking neck coming out of that costume.
What do you think about Nicolas Cage being Superman, Josie?
No,
I love Nicolas Cage. Like in the old movies.
Yes, I like him, but like how I said, what actors and characters, like when you see them, it's like, dude, that's not even a match. Like if you got Nicolas Cage, really, like Superman, I don't see him like, I'll see Superman, but I'll think Nicolas Cage.
You know what he fucked up on was Ghost Rider.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, God, movies were terrible.
Yeah. I think he probably tried to do the best he could, if on a shitty script, and however it was.
I don't know. Like I like Nicolas Cage. Like no matter how much shit he gets, he is a unique actor, and he does like things that are memorable. But like, I mean, I loved him in Raising Arizona. You've seen that, right?
I've seen that one. I liked him in that one. I really liked him in that one. When it comes to Nicolas Cage, the two movies I love is Lord of War.
That movie's amazing.
And I like Family Man. I really like Family Man. It was like a nice little kind of.
But Raising Arizona, you know what he would be really good in, or as a character in the DC universe? Lobo.
Really? Nicolas Cage is Lobo?
Yeah.
I'd rather have The Rock.
No, but you know who they're going to get? Danny Trejo?
Oh, I heard about that.
Yeah.
Josie likes that.
He'd be amazing.
Look at that. Look at that. Josie loves that. That's why he took a sip of the beer. He's like,
a Mexican, a hardcore Mexican.
That's Machete. You leave him alone.
He'd be dope.
That's our Mexican hero.
You hear about his restaurant down in LA area?
He has a restaurant?
Trails Tacos.
Is it bomb?
And it has his face like Machete, like, but it's like drawn out and it's like posted. Yeah, you can go get like.
Dude, I bet his tacos are bomb.
Yeah,
I'm just saying.
I kind of think it's just the same as probably.
Now let's drink more beer and let's just take a road trip to go get some of those tacos.
Figure out where his restaurant is and just go down there, drive down there, and just eat there.
There's a vlog.
I am seriously down. If you guys want to plan a holiday down to fucking LA, let's go. Let's go down to his taco place, and then let's go see Hollywood Babylon, which you got to.
Well, I know my friend Amanda said if I ever go down there, she'll take me to this restaurant like all her friends hang out to. You know who Amanda is?
Melinda?
No. Oh. Okay, no, you don't know. Because she does like movie things and modeling and.
Oh, this is the one you're talking. The one that does the conventions.
Yeah, conventions and stuff. Yeah. Like she's always told me when you go down there, she's like, you need to hang out with me.
What?
Supposedly.
You know, Wee Man has a taco place too.
Really?
Yeah.
Awesome.
Actually,
are they extra small tacos?
Yeah. Huh?
How much are they? Like, are they like?
No.
It's like the extra large taco the size of our regular tacos.
Well, no, his tacos are normal size, but they pack it with meat, dude. Because once he only made taco shots because one time he went to go get a taco, and like they kind of just gave him a little bit of meat and shit. He's like, this taco's fucking weak. So he made his own little taco shop, and his tacos are just packed with meat. You know, all your money's worth, but I'm pretty sure that motherfucker raised the prices already. Wee Man, come on. But yeah, dude, like, oh fuck. I have yet to have a great, fantastic torta from Santa Maria. The only great, fantastic torta I've ever had was in Santa Barbara. It's pretty bad.
And we live in a town full of Mexicans.
We do. Like, I had taco. Where's the fucking tacos I had? I had tacos at Mexico, Ensenada. Still wasn't that. They're good, but they weren't as good as Santa Maria's.
Weren't good.
Maybe I'm just because we lived here too long.
Probably.
Maybe. I don't know. So work tomorrow, Josie?
No, I'm actually off.
We're talking to
do you want me to bring it? I'll bring it next time.
We're gonna have to bring it next time.
This guy likes my shield a lot. Like a lot.
Well,
he wanted to throw that shit at me. Want me to try to catch it? Shit would have hurt.
I'm not gonna lie. If I give you the money, will you be able to give me that shield?
Yeah. Why? I can help you.
Not your shield, like a
I
shield.
can get you a shield. Yeah.
Yeah, at the Renaissance Fair.
Yeah.
Right? How is the Renaissance Fair? Is there big titty women?
Oh,
okay.
No. Okay, he wants to. Okay, so there's this chick. I'm talking. She's big on top. I'm talking like triple X, double, whatever, like the big size. But she was like 500 pounds.
Definitely a pasty.
All right. She was sitting in this.
Wait, she's 500 pounds?
She was a big lady too. So she was dressed up in this skinky outfit. Her boobs are almost about to pop out and fall out, and they're all veiny. And she's sitting there. And when you tear off your ticket stubs, you give to her. While she had a little shot glass cup in between her boobs, and you had to put it in there.
What?
You know how disgusting that was? And she was like, here, right here. And we were just like, I'm like, are you supposed to get the tickets too? Because we paid to come in. She's like, yeah, put it right here. Oh my God. It was like,
come on, you lickety split that, dude.
Not even, dude. I felt bad for that bench. That little stool, whatever she was sitting on. I was like, God have mercy on your soul.
Was there any fine women at the Renaissance Fair?
Yes, there were. But when you go to a Renaissance Fair, you have to dress up. You feel like the dumbass, awkward person.
Wait, so you're telling me when you went, the people who were just there to go there were actually dressed up?
Yeah.
Are we doing?
I don't know if I dressed up.
You remember Mr. Matthias from high school?
No. Was he
the
there?
Hippie, his long hair, he had his hair down, history teacher?
He was there.
He was there in his full-on outfit, and he was speaking the language. And
you can't break character.
And we were like, Mr. Matthias! And he was like, and he went back into character. He didn't know what to do. He didn't know what to do. He was like, oh, shit.
Thou shall not call.
What's that name you speak of?
Like, come on, Mr. Matthias. Break character already. Just break fucking character.
It's like, we don't break character for anything.
I mean, I don't know. I guess that's on my bucket list to go to a Renaissance Fair.
But if it's your first time there, people don't frown on you. If
you're frown on me?
No. They won't know. Like some people, if you've been there more than 2 or 3 times and they say, man, you should dress up. Like, do you really? This is like your 5th time here? But what I do like is any size cup. No, like if you buy like these mugs and ales there, and you go and you buy beer, instead of them putting like in the paper cups like they do, if it's $5 for like the paper cup, you can just fill up your big mug with it and walk around and drink.
That sounds like a win-win situation. Titties, beer, and I'm hoping.
And they have free shows, like when they do like the sword fighting and the jousting and all that.
Can I participate like Jim Carrey and the Cable Guy?
No. But they do have archery. Like my dad's friend, we see him. We only went twice. We saw him both times there. He had like his longbow, and we're not allowed to shoot it like Robin Hood. But since he had like his own archery range, like they do performances for people, we were able to go and shoot it because we knew the guy, and we were shooting at the targets.
What you consider raves a little bit of the modern day Renaissance?
Raves?
Yeah, like outdoor raves.
I think that's more just
just tripping.
No,
just tripping.
Just
on
live.
Hey, there was people
random people.
That's true. There's people with fire. Come on.
No, not certain raves. Certain raves you can't bring anything like that in. Like you get kicked out.
Well, no, this was like a wood, like out in the woods.
Those ones.
Where they're really tripping balls.
Yeah, I've never been to one of those, and I don't plan on it.
Yeah.
Not my cup of tea.
You'll probably see somebody doing cartwheels around. Inside joke. Don't get it.
I don't. I'm just kidding. Let's talk. I'm just kidding.
No, go ahead, man. This is random.
Nothing.
This is randomness. Is anybody watching any TV shows, any movies?
No, I've just been busy because my season just ended last week for swim. So all my afternoons were pretty much like booked.
Wait, so what are you doing now?
I'm free now, like afternoons. So days are off, and then when I work, I work afternoons, like depending on weekends.
No.
I'm done with 7-Eleven. I work at with disabled adults now.
What?
So
you quit 7-Eleven?
Yes, I got.
So no free Slurpees?
You know
what a dick move.
The thing of it, I don't mind living in San Diego with a bunch of Mexicans and learning like living in Little Mexico.
Do you
but
speak
every
Spanish?
But every day you go on a 7-Eleven, you step back into India. And I don't like going to India.
Yeah, Josie, that's not racist at all.
Yeah, I mean, this motherfucker just crossed so many lines.
No, I love Aladdin. Oh, that's racist too. But so you quit, man. When did you quit?
Probably about a month ago.
Oh shit!
It's on download.
I don't think we've seen each other for a while.
I quit at the very beginning of April.
Okay, so you're not in so you're just working with.
We're in disabled adults now.
Right.
Jeff, you just got back.
Yeah, I'm all caught up on Game of Thrones. And
I hear about Jon Snow.
Yeah, shit's fucked up.
Well, you watch Game of Thrones?
Yeah, I've seen all of them. Why?
Go ahead. I mean, okay, so what's...
Don't spoil it.
Don't spoil it. No. I already know. I've been spoiled. Jon Jones is... Spoiler alert.
No.
Spoiler alert.
No.
He's alive.
Yeah.
Everybody
And,
knew.
all you need to know about
Everybody
Game of
knew.
Thrones is shit's fucked. Every episode, shit's fucked. It's just getting from bad to worse. Everything.
Is that good?
No,
or is that
this is a
bad?
good sum up of the whole entire show. So you have an army of the dead that's coming. Nobody believes it's coming, but it's coming. And during that time, all these people here are just fighting and fucking each other over. That's the storyline. Not realizing this army of dead people that are killing people and bringing them back to life, join their army, are coming, and everybody else here is killing each other off.
Yeah,
It's kind of like
Boom.
It's kind of like what's going on in our own country, except like not people. Well, I mean, I guess there's some people
they're
that are
fighting
trying
for
to kill
the
us,
big throne.
but like, yeah, there are people in our country fighting for the throne and fighting over who deserves it. And in the meantime,
Yeah,
our
an
country's
army
in debt, and you know, just everything's going to shit.
we owe China a lot.
Yeah, I mean, just like our whole country, you know, and everyone's arguing over who fucking deserves the
I think
throne.
we just give him Jackie Chan and be fine.
I want Jackie Chan. No.
I know, but we'll have to give him up.
I don't
Jackie
wanna do
Chan
that.
actually is like the second or third richest actor in the world.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and I haven't seen him in a movie. in
I
fucking
haven't.
a
Last
decade.
time, Karate Kid.
I didn't watch Karate Kid, so
So like Jon Snow. All right. So you guys call that shit? Like you knew, right? You
I knew he wasn't gonna be there. It was obvious. I mean, like, I
He
was
was
thinking they
too
were gonna.
big.
I thought they were gonna bring him back so soon. I thought maybe later on, like towards the end of
You don't
like, this
watch
last season.
I'm starting to.
oh well, then I can't spoil.
No, you don't spoil it because I already like read all of it.
Oh, you read the books?
I don't read the books. I read wiki.
Oh, you
Wiki that shit. Articles.
Well, here's my theory. You ready?
Yeah, go ahead.
You ready?
Yeah.
You sure you want to hear this?
Yeah.
Excuse me. Jon Snow, Tyrion,
Mhm.
and Khaleesi, or whatever that blonde chick's name is, all three are heirs to the throne. They're all Targaryen. All three of them. I think that Tyrion, his father is not his real father, the one that he killed.
Mhm.
I think that his real father's the Mad King that
Mhm.
knocked up his mom because he's different than all of his siblings. I think that Jon Snow isn't really Ned Stark's bastard son. I think that what we're going to see is that his mom was Ned Stark's sister, who was fucked by the Mad King or one of the other Targaryens or something like that. And then obviously Daenerys is heir to the Targaryens.
Queen of
So
Dragons.
I think
Queen of
I
Dragons.
think all
Wait,
three,
that's her.
Mother of Dragons.
yeah.
Ugh.
She got like 15 fucking names.
I love me some Queen Dragon. I have her right there.
I know.
I did not like that movie, Terminator Genesis, but I love me some Amelia Clark.
She's cute.
Oh, what's the one thing though? I noticed that John's like the scene. Spoiler alert! If anybody was
We've already
watching
gotten the
episode,
spoilers. Go ahead. Rip
well, when he went
Break
to go
it.
save the wildlings and he killed that one actual snow dude, whatever
Yeah.
it was, his sword, I think is Valyrian steel.
It is Valerian
So
steel.
Valyrian steel. So I think that's gonna play a big part because I think there's only 3 swords, right? 3 of them.
Something like that.
There's his. That one lady, that's like that knight, that tall chick,
Yeah.
from Star Wars.
Well, she's got a Valerian.
She has one. It's the.
And she's got hair like a Targaryen too.
It's
That's a big thing in the books is
Yeah.
that their hair is all silver.
hmm She has one, but I mean, I don't know if I missed it, but I don't know who has the 3rd sword. 'Cause I could have sworn they melted them down to 3 swords or
No.
2 swords, something like that. Because the dad's sword was
Jamie
one.
Lannister has it.
That's what I said.
That's
The Jamie has it. But I couldn't think of it. I was like, who has the 3rd sword?
Come on, Josie.
Hey man, I gotta backtrack like a couple of episodes.
All right, just tell me this: is the zombie army like there yet? Because like
Close.
the longest.
Winter's
God.
coming.
They
Don't worry.
were close because
God,
they
sounds like Mr. Freeze.
no, but they're pretty close. I mean, they can't drag on too much more because how far Jon Snow went across and got the people and came across. If it takes another 5 years, then people are gonna lose interest.
Well, what about?
Yeah, like seriously.
It's
So
just
what about
like,
the Dragon
It'd be
Lady?
like-
waiting for Uber to pick
It's like
us up?
it's like they're on San Luis Obispo. They'll be here in 5 years, dude. They'll be here like in 3 days,
if they're walking, it'd take them like fucking
a week or something.
day.
Yeah.
So what's the craziest shit that's going on right now with Game of Thrones? Is the new season everything you guys wanted, or is it just like
I like
kinda,
it so far.
I like it. It's not like intense right now because they jump around to everybody's stories.
Mhm.
But I feel as it goes on now, everyone's stories are finally gonna start connecting.
Yeah. I did see the Jon Snow death. Like I remember tuning in on HBO, and like I was just like tripping out because there's this chick stripped naked walking to like this other building, and everybody's going shame,
Oh, yeah.
shame, and throwing
that
shit
was
at her.
The queen.
Yeah, throwing shit at her.
Well,
So
she was also Sarah Connor too.
Yeah,
I
in
wasn't
the
really
Terminator.
in the show, the TV show. They say the show is pretty awesome too.
My little brother used to watch it. I never watched it.
But like, yeah, so they're shame. I was like, either she slept with somebody she wasn't supposed to, or I don't know what's going on. And then
You have
of
to
course,
watch it to know.
and then the little kid wants to shank the shit out of Jon Snow.
I know, fuck that kid.
He got his.
He got his.
Oh, he dies? Like bad?
No.
Dragon
Well,
eats him.
I really didn't think Jon Snow had it in him, but yeah,
I knew he
Oh, he
was.
killed the kid.
I knew he was gonna
they
do
they
it.
hung the traitors.
I knew he was gonna do it because in
How would
the
they
other
all-
episodes when the dad was teaching them about killing, like you have to do it. It's like then
Yeah,
everybody
you're
knows
right.
you mean it if you do it. Like,
Where's my dragon lady at? What the fuck is she
she's
doing?
gonna get raped by like a bunch of women.
Oh.
No,
Oh,
because
wow.
she's in that place now with all those women.
Just because you laugh doesn't make it okay.
Right.
Just kidding.
So she is with a bunch. So it's like
She's with
the
all-
Odyssey.
All the widows.
I mean, every time you ask a question, it's like there's fucking
Thousands.
2
of
hours of things I have to tell you just so you
Explain it.
yeah,
Yeah.
Tell me.
I can't.
We have 2 hours.
You have to catch up, man. You like it a lot. It's dope.
It feels so confusing though. It feels
It
like
is very
there's so
confusing.
much shit.
It's not. If you
going on.
sit there by yourself and you just start, don't drink, just sit there.
I made that mistake.
Just sit there, enjoy yourself. You know, get like a nice rotisserie chicken, like a meal you eat during a Renaissance that time. You just sit there and watch
chicken
it.
fettuccine,
You'd be perfectly
Chicken
fine.
nuggets.
You'd be perfectly
dino
fine.
nuggets.
And that shit would be funny, huh? For like next Game of Thrones, like live stream it, but us make like a meal, like with like a chicken
We
and
can
all
actually
this
do
shit.
commentary on the Game of Thrones. Maybe we'll do it the first episode or something like that.
I'm down to do some commentary episodes where we have the camera on.
Yeah, TV's right
behind
here.
there,
Yeah,
and we have
yeah.
some fucking dinosaur
I
chicken
just gotta
nuggets.
get the fire stick and shit.
Taco Bell.
Fuck that dinosaur nuggets, man.
I know dinosaur nuggets for the Renaissance. Jurassic
They might
World.
they might get expensive. We'll be too
Fucking
many.
future paleontologist, man.
Yeah, there we go. So have you guys read the books though?
No,
No.
I'm getting to it one day.
One day. One day. I feel like this show is like it feels like I think people have been talking. Well, they're catching up to the books, which is bad.
Well, no, what happened was they have already caught up to the books.
Yeah.
And so now they're
shit.
working with George R.R. Martin, and they're putting in the show what he's planning on writing and shit
I can't
like
even
that, or
take-
what he's already written but hasn't published yet.
Yeah,
I can't even take
that's
that guy
hard.
serious anymore because I watched the South Park episode.
Oh, that was-
He's like, oh,
Wiener.
everywhere. Butter's like, oh, why do you always gotta put wieners in here? Oh god, I love
That
South
shit
Park.
was so funny.
Yeah, and I noticed in the Game of Thrones series, like the first 3 series, there was a lot of sex in it. Like a lot. Like it was a lot of
it
You're
was
telling me
dope.
there was
It was like a lot of money. It was like, hey man, $10 is all about sex. You're on. And then as it went on, it got away from
Well,
it.
there's a lot of ancestral.
Mm.
You know what's similar to Game of Thrones, but not very. It's very coherent with the narrative. Is Rome? I don't know if you guys ever seen Rome. I loved Rome. I thought Rome was great when it was on HBO. I mean, HBO seems to make great series. I mean, you got Sopranos,
Boardwalk Empire.
Boardwalk Empire,
I
even
like that
Big Love. I like Big Love. That was pretty good. But AMC too makes some great shows. I don't know if you guys ever seen Breaking Bad or.
I mean,
Don't hate,
so-
but I only saw 1 episode of The Walking Dead.
Well, you know,
I ain't even seen one.
Walking Dead's good, but it's not consistent. Like sometimes it's really awesome, and then sometimes it just drops. You're like, it's not consistent with the seasons.
The only time I ever watch a new TV show is when Sharon puts it on. Otherwise, like I just put on Burn Notice and just watch it.
So what is Sharon watching?
Sharon's watching. What is she watching right now?
What are you watching,
We've been-
Sharon?
We've been watching a few movies lately. I don't think she just started. She just started Breaking Bad, and I haven't watched it with her. She
You
watched
need
it
to
while I
watch
was
that
out
with them.
when I was on Spike. But
What's she saying?
she liked it a lot. I think she's already actually seen it,
Oh,
quite a bit of it. I don't know.
it's
I don't remember.
fantastic. Look at that Heisenberg up there, and Jesse Pinkman with the RV. Oh, and Better Call Saul. Saul's right there. Saul's in there.
Christ, man, look at those.
Wow.
And these aren't even all your figurines. Where are they?
Oh, some of them I put away.
Oh,
So you guys excited for tomorrow?
what's tomorrow?
Deadpool. DVD, Blu-ray.
I already have it.
Yeah, I work at the fucking movie theater. I can see it for
I
sure.
know, bro. I know. Like, it's at the movie theater. I've seen it way too many times at the point where I'm like, I don't think I can watch this anymore. Like, I have to wait for the next one, honestly. But I love me some Deadpool. I will say that.
But I will admit it's probably gonna have some dope featurettes.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what? I want
see.
to ask you, Jeffrey. Like, who is your favorite X-Men character? And I want to ask you this too, Josie.
Well, actually, that ties into what I wanted to talk about today too.
Thank God.
Because we didn't talk about shit.
Thank Christian Bale and Russell Crowe and whoever played Jesus in Passion of the Christ.
The guy from Count of Monte Cristo. I don't know his name.
That guy.
Could you imagine Al Qaeda just sitting there instead of killing people doing a podcast, just like, you know, I'm really glad Christopher Nolan directed the Quran series and got everything on there. I really wish he hadn't picked Leonardo DiCaprio to depict Muhammad, but overall I'm happy with like just sitting there doing a podcast instead of killing people. They're like just talking about like I'm passionate about this.
Just shooting the shit. Yeah. Favorite X-Men, man.
Favorite X-Men. I mean, like I'm not Jubilee because I wrecked that ass.
Oh, there's a reason to it. So I was about to say, I'm gonna go grab another
She's
beer.
Asian, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
I wrecked
In the
that ass.
90s animated series, she didn't even look Asian.
She didn't look
Well,
Asian.
She's definitely Asian in the movie.
Well, back in the 90s,
Yeah, that's
it
good. I
was
like
illegal
that.
to depict Asian people in animation. I don't know if you know
That's
that.
an anime.
What about you, man? Favorite X-Men?
Honestly,
He's not even
not
sort of.
he's like on everybody. He's
Sort
like,
of. Yeah.
but I probably have to say Cable.
You like Cable?
I like Cable.
That's kind of surprised, honestly, that you said Cable right away.
It's Cable. I think because like his whole history about how he is like and everything. Like you have to just read up on it. It's like I like him. I like his how he is.
I think it's a tie for me, dude.
What?
Gambit and Nightcrawler.
Gambit's still.
You said an
Gambit,
X-Men,
Nightcrawler.
not X-Men. Like as in multiple. Which X-Men? Like which
The
one?
X-Men universe.
Okay, yeah, like multiple X-Men or just one?
Okay, if I had to pick one, then I'd
I
probably
still
go
pick
Gambit.
Jubilee.
I'd pick Gambit. Well, hottest X-Men woman in there, I'd go Rogue all the way.
Really?
Or for Cajun accent or whatever it is. Like
She's not Cajun.
I know,
She's
but how she has
Southern.
like Southern, how she has the accent.
Oh, she got Rogue is fine as hell.
I wouldn't know.
Storm needs some loving too.
You know who they should cast to play Storm?
She'll shock you, dude. She gets
Iggy Azalea. I'm just kidding.
Oh, God, that'd be
Well, who they got to be Storm in Apocalypse? Actually, she looks pretty good. Like
Yeah.
the Mohawk.
And I like
Oh,
her
yeah,
retro.
she got the
I like her.
mohawk.
I like the
That's
retro
pretty
look.
good.
Yeah, like oh, cool.
I don't like the Jean in Apocalypse though. Like
You know, for Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
she's from Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
She looks like a
That's what I'm talking
terrible
about.
actress.
That's what I'm talking about. Everything is just fucking recycled actors. They're like, oh, this one's in a nerdy movie. We got to put this one in the other nerdy
no,
movie.
exactly. Like they
You
seem
know?
like they
They're
seem
just
to.
recycling it. They gotta fucking have auditions, man.
Well, I think this might be her first movie though, because I think I only know her for.
But
Game
they
of
seem
Thrones.
to tend to grab people
they
from
grab
Game
people
of
from different
Thrones.
But
ones.
they grab people from things that are like, oh, this is nerd culture. We'll put them in this other nerdy movie. You know what I mean? So that ties into what I wanted to talk to you about because I only got about 15 more minutes. I apologize. But we're gonna do this more regularly and probably
Okay.
do some more episodes during the week. If you're down.
Yeah.
Um,
Me and Josie are gonna take over the helm.
Oh, in about 2 months, I'll bring something. I think you guys are gonna like it very much. It's
well,
on
this is
board.
my episode. Shut up. Anyways,
I know,
He's back.
No, that's my episode in 2 months.
I'm trying to
what
think what's in 2
comic book
months.
character? What comic book character should we play?
What do you mean?
If you were going to be in a comic book movie, who would you play? DC Universe and the Marvel Universe.
Am I fit or am I not fit right now?
You're fit. You're whoever.
if I'm fit.
Your personality, your looks, whatever you want. Who would you be?
Deadpool.
Really?
I'm Deadpool, bro. Like I'm so sarcastic and I break the fourth wall all the time. Dude, I'm looking at. Oh, I am looking at the camera. But yeah, dude, I'd be Deadpool. Like I'm just too fucking out there and crazy. But if it wasn't Deadpool, if it's not that one, then it'd be I don't know. I'm passing this to Josie. I got to think about that one.
Marvel and okay,
Oh, I know what
Who
you
would you
say.
be in the DC Universe?
I know. Oh, in the DC universe. Fuck.
I would be the Rip. For DC, I would want to play the character. I think it's Deathstroke or whatever.
Oh yeah, that's true.
He's the one that's like Deadpool.
No, not who you would want to be. Who your personality matches and blah, blah. Like if you were to be cast and they're like, okay, we've got a couple roles to fill. We got this motherfucker over here that acts this way.
Well,
he's more suited to play.
Well, I took 2 superhero tests online for Marvel. I didn't take any for DC.
Because those are very accurate, as we know.
They are.
Actually, I took one that was like long, because my brother was like, do it. It was like 50 questions.
Yes.
Oh shit! You wasted.
I was like, all right, I'm all 50 questions. Okay, let's just see. And I was answering everything like down to the whatever. For good guy, I was actually the Black Panther.
Oh, that's cool.
Besides not being black.
Yeah, if I not being black, that's the sad part. Take off my helmet. That's a Mexican. Iron Cross or something.
Mexican Panther.
The Mexican Panther.
Dude,
yeah.
a superhero called Iron Chancla. How awesome that'd be a Mexican. Iron Chancla. That'd be awesome, huh?
Chaka Khan.
Like we gotta build a wall.
Dude, if you say
keep this guy out, it's like throwing his chocolate against the wall, breaks it down.
Oh no, Bruce is like dark. He doesn't joke a lot. I want to know what DC though, because.
Well, I say because I was at the Spike when I was out camping and hanging out, and when I was at work, and there was a guy that was with that. He reads a lot of comic books, and he had like a box filled with comics that he was reading during the whole thing. I was talking to him, and so he was talking to someone about like what characters they play. I said, "What characters do you think I play?" And he's like, "I would say," and he looked at me and he goes, "I'd say Venom, but probably like the Black Ops Venom." And I was like, "That's cool, but Venom's a bad guy. Like, who would you pick?" You know, and he's like, "Well, you're kind of a dick, so I would choose Cyclops." I was like, "I'm a dick."
Oh, dude.
And he's like,
"No, but I can see you being Cyclops,
But he goes, he's like, "Well, you're not a dick, but you act like a dick. Like you mean well, but like you joke really mean." And I was like, "Oh shit, man!" So he's like Cyclops. And I was like, "What about
I
DC
can see
Universe?"
you take the leadership role,
but he
very
goes,
seriously.
"What about?" He goes, "I said, what about DC?" And he goes, "Jason Todd." I was like, "He's a dick too. What the fuck?" So he just kept picking and then he's like, and then he picked Eddie Brock, who's a dick.
He's
like
a dick.
Brock,
yeah,
they're all dicks, and he's like, "Well, like you that would fit you. You're kind of a dick." And I was like, so
I know who I want to be in DC.
But like, if Marvel, like, if they're holding auditions, like if someone's watching this and hits me up on Twitter, like. Should I put my Twitter out there again?
Go ahead.
BUTTERWORTHUTD. Go hit me up on Twitter. And if Marvel's casting, Black Ops Venom or Cyclops. And if
I can see you Cyclops. They already have Cyclops.
But I would love to be Jason Todd. That would be dope.
Jason Todd. I think I'd be Catwoman. I'm too sexy.
But the only problem though is my voice sucks. So like if they were gonna put me, you said yeah.
No. I'm thinking of my own. It does, Jeff. You need a better. No, I'm just saying, like when I hear myself, I'm like,
just try to pull Christian Bale. Just try to make it.
No, but like if I did, they probably dub over my voice like Pee Wee Herman. Have you seen that?
Or how they did for Fantastic Four: Rise of the Silver Surfer. How Lawrence Fishburne's voice as the Silver Surfer.
What?
Yeah. But you have to add another. Yeah, you didn't know that?
I haven't seen that.
And then the actor was like somebody else.
Yeah.
With the Surfer.
But
I think if there's any Mexican superhero.
Have you ever seen Pee Wee's Big Adventure?
Mm-hmm.
When he's got the cameo and then he's like, "Paging Mr. Herman."
Yeah.
P.W. Herman. That would be my voice. Like they'd be like, "That doesn't sound like Jeffrey." I'm like,
but Jason Todd, huh? Or I could see more of. Yeah, I can see Jason Todd. I can see a Red Hood.
Yeah.
Red Hood. But I could totally. I see you more as Cyclops. That should be your Halloween costume.
You think so?
Yeah.
I was gonna go Spider-Man or Venom for Halloween.
You need to be Cyclops.
Just get the full body suit.
It needs to happen. I don't care what version of Cyclops you need to be.
Put that out to Twitter. What and Saiyan Podcast, right?
Yeah, at Saiyan Podcast on Twitter. You totally need to be Cyclops.
Yeah. Well, after people can see this and see like. Yeah, I got that really super white boy face.
Well, now I think this is like the first podcast we actually have it. Like,
video.
Dude, Josie, I'm surprised you didn't say Quicksilver or the Flash.
Well, because I can run fast.
Because you never.
Because you're like, I was gonna say because Speedy Gonzalez.
Speedy Gonzalez.
This guy. That's why he's Jason Todd, and that's why.
I have a Quicksilver shirt. Okay, like a replica shirt. It's pretty cool. This guy wants me to want to do something at the gym where he wants me to run as fast as I can on the treadmill for as long as I could. But this fool run up during the process, him videotape me in a fucking tight ass Flash shirt and run beside me.
Like Fat Flash versus like Quicksilver.
Yeah, I'm just like, dude.
Hey, I can pull it off now that Ezra Miller looks super Mexican.
Yeah. You just gotta put a fake wig on. Yeah, just put a fake face.
Oh yes, he has long locks.
That was a weird choice, no?
Dude, I should have just got the TV. Even I gotta say that you should have just got the TV.
Yeah,
if they're gonna cast like a Venom, I really hope they hold auditions, and I hope we actually get like a real Twitter following that people push it and they're like,
Josie, this guy needs to watch the movie already.
Which one?
Civil War.
Yeah.
Why they talk about Venom?
Well, I'm thinking about next podcast is definitely one of the next podcasts is going to be an all Spider-Man podcast. You need to watch Civil War to really get into. Because
don't tell me that they talked about. Is Eddie Brock in it?
No.
Have they already got Venom?
No, but
I thought I had a chance, man, of being.
No. You have a chance.
Isn't Michael Keaton joining the?
He said at first he was, but then they said no because he was going to be a Vulture.
Well, yeah.
A good choice.
That would be dope.
It still could happen.
They're just Hollywood. They're like, he was in another thing where he played a bird person.
Well, I think for the next Spider-Man, because it's called Homecoming, I think you bring Kraven in the mix. Kraven the Hunter.
That would be dope. But then you have to do that obvious storyline where he kills Spider-Man.
Did he kill Spider-Man?
Yeah, there's an issue where there was a story arc where he kills Spider-Man and then takes over the mantle of Spider-Man.
Oh, there was. Well, I'm talking 90s animated Spider-Man.
Yeah, that was dope.
That Kraven was dope.
You have Sony and them trying to split the rights now to the Fox to the Fantastic Four.
Oh, Jesus Christ. We don't need the Fantastic Four. Oh, kind of. Reed Richards.
I was reading up on it. They want to do it because after Thanos ends, the next big event, they want to have the Skrull invasion.
Oh, yes. Skrull invasion. I don't read the comics, but I know all about the Skrull invasion.
That's really good.
It's hinted in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
I think so. What happens is where Stark, the Illuminati, I think some of them, they go up to space, and I forgot why they go to the Skrull planet to talk. I think something about war. I can't really remember it.
Are you saying Skrull or Squirrel?
Skrull. That was on my mouth.
It's SKRUL. It's like an alien type of race that's able to copy. And so you got to think Mystique, but they're green.
Shift change, yeah.
Yeah,
so what happens, they end up getting the superheroes, and during the process, they're trying to mimic their genes. And with Tony Stark, when they go in, the Avengers show up. And they break through everybody, like Captain America, Thor, and everybody, Hulk, and they're like, dude, Stark, let's get the hell out of here. Like, let's split. And Stark's like, you're not Captain America. And they're like, how does he know that? And then Stark just beats the shit and beats all of them somehow because they're like, don't have the power to only the shape-shifting look. And then and everybody gets the hell out of there. Stark saves everybody. And then they're like, well, it's going to take forever, like, for us to do this processing thing for the genes. And the guy's like, I can wait. Then as comic books go on, it came to a point where they replicated the superheroes so fantastically that when they shapeshift, not even Wolverine could smell. He could detect from just by smelling you. He couldn't tell the difference. And even with the genes, when they would scientifically look at them, they couldn't tell who was.
But how did Iron Man tell the difference?
That was the beginning.
Yeah, because that was the beginning, and also because nobody knew about the Illuminati besides the Illuminati group that went over there. So when they went to show up, he already knew that. At the fact that they weren't the Avengers, but it was pretty good because the whole entire battle is
there's a lot of
epic.
There's a lot. It's like a race of them. Mm-hmm. So even Deadpool gets in there.
Yeah, even Deadpool. That's what I like about it. Even Deadpool gets in on it. Yeah, and Deadpool's the only one they cannot duplicate, and that's what's awesome.
Well, as much as I like the Skrull arc,
is that the Deadpool kills the Marvel Universe?
No, that was awesome. No. I actually read that one. That was amazing. But as much as like the Skrull arc, I want to see X-Men versus the Avengers. That'd be dope. I would love to see that.
And that might.
We got mutants. Yeah, we got Scarlet. Oh no, it can't. No, yeah, no, it can't. It can't. You know why it can't? Because if they brought X-Men over, they already have a Quicksilver, and Marvel has Quicksilver. It's dead. Yeah. So and then Magneto in Apocalypse is the son of Quicksilver is the son of Magneto. So, like, how do you explain Wanda?
You can't. That's just the Skrull invasion would be a good one to go with, or because then with that,
or different universes.
Yeah, because then with that one though, also leads off to Siege. I mean, they're still because Marvel's supposed to end, I think, in 2028, 2030. They said they're going to end the series.
Infinity? Oh, the series.
The series completely. So that's another, what, 10, 12 years from now, maybe?
Well, they could, in theory, go and because right now the Marvel universe or the X-Men universe is in the 80s.
Mm-hmm.
So they could, in theory, bring it back to the future, bring it back to the current time where Quicksilver's already dead. So they met Quicksilver and Scarlet, but they've got their own Scarlet Witch, haven't they?
Yeah, it doesn't tie in. It doesn't tie in. But what you could do is
they get a good writer on there. They can
think about if it can be like during this time of the Avengers was those time during the X-Men. Then when Days of Future Past came in, they switched. It all changed, but people get fucked up with that.
It can't do that either because the timeline is still so fucked up on that. But automatic easy fix is just like DC has different Earth 1 or 2 and all that stuff. Same with Marvel. Marvel has different universes, so you can
Marvel's is what if universes.
Those are what if universes, but
stories.
I mean, you could present time travel.
Someone could write it, but I have got to get going soon.
All right, so it's good. Another good podcast. A lot of great random stuff that we talked about. I mean, next podcast we'll. Look at this.
I saw that.
This is the schedule to all our podcasts, so I can actually promote this shit. But I'm gonna talk to Jeff here, Josie, James. We're gonna talk about even Tinoco when I hit up Tinoco. And we're gonna get some. We're gonna plan out these podcasts, man. We're gonna definitely plan
things we gotta talk about.
You need to get on that Civil War.
And Clank yet either. I'll go see Civil War first, and I'll go see Ratchet and Clank.
Oh well, are you a gamer?
No, not really. But I grew up playing Ratchet and Clank.
Okay, because I know James wants to do a podcast on games. So.
Yeah, I'm down. We'll figure it out.
Okay, before you go Civil War, do you know anything about it?
I know a bit.
All right, if you
no, shut up.
Not do Civil War. Daniel picked Team Iron Man. I'm Team Cap.
I'm Team
Cap. Who would you side with? Team Cap.
Yeah. I'm sorry. I
know he's wrong.
I don't know what it is in the new movie really because they didn't really show it. But like in the comic books, it was about superhero registration, and
it's almost the same.
It is. Then yeah, I'm definitely Team Cap.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Civil War. We need to talk about it. Once Jeff talk, I know I'm gonna watch it again. Twice actually. I'm gonna watch it with my brother, and I'm gonna watch it with somebody else, and we're gonna go watch it in RPX. So I'll watch it 3 times. So I'll know every loophole. But watch it, man, so we can do the podcast. That's part 2 of the Civil War podcast because we did one earlier, but we didn't really cover really too much. Like, I want to hear opinions because that's what Civil War is all about. Opinions.
I'm down to do a Civil War post or wrap up show because by the time next week, later on this week, everyone's gonna have fucking seen it. So
yeah, and we'll do more big movies. I think I want to get a World of Warcraft movie review going on with the podcast. Suicide Squad. Suicide Squad's a must. It's a must.
I think we'll start scheduling it, and then that way I can actually schedule watching it. I've got 2 more of the. Well, actually, 1.5 more of the things where I go out camping coming up.
Yeah.
And so they're not for another 2-3 weeks. But then I go out and I camp for another 8 days like I did last time. And then after I come back, I go out for just another 4 days and I'm back. And so, yeah, but I'll be back and we'll do this. But I also think that we should, when we're not talking movies or anything nerdy, when we're just shooting the shit, I think we should call it Bread and Butterworth.
Bread and butter.
Yeah, you've heard, that saying, bread and butter. Like this is my bread and butter.
And my bread.
Yeah. So no, well, sort of.
Why do you want to be the bread? You want to get the butter all over you?
Ooh, not on cam.
Jesus Christ.
Well, you want to be bread and butter.
I just want to be a tortilla.
Tortilla.
Tortilla and beans.
Josie, you're gonna join us again, right?
Oh yeah.
Well, you guys are gonna talk right now when I take off, probably.
Maybe.
We gotta get Tinoco in here. We definitely gotta get Tinoco in here because I know you guys like the Flash and we gotta talk.
Well, I think what we need to do is like, if you wanted to, I'll go see if I can find us a couch and we set it up right there and just get some video games going and then talk while we got some like Super Nintendo going. Oh. And I think we need to get like a big old like. I don't know. I like the posters. We need to get like just a shitload everywhere.
We need some right here. Yeah, we need some right here.
Well, we need to get like an actual like I don't know.
We need to get money. That's what we need.
Yeah,
We need to get money.
so start donating.
Wait till I go to Comic-Con. We'll have more stuff. But
Yeah.
well,
I
yeah.
wish I could go now.
Next year, brother.
Next year.
All right, guys. So thank you guys for joining me.
Thank you for having me, man.
Oh, well,
I
you're
love
part of
doing this.
the crew. Both of you guys are part of the crew. This is Just Saying podcast. And until next time, we'll schedule the events. We'll see what our next podcast is. But until then, I mean, good shit. Podcast Monday is over now. And we're just saying, right?
Yeah.
Well, I like Mondays, but I think I'll be able to do it sometime later this week or maybe this weekend.
That's true after you see Civil War. All right. See you guys.